Welcome back, everybody. Holiday Doc here for another gameplay commentary. This time we got OpTic Gaming up against an AnM team, ObK, AnM. I'm not sure exactly their name. They said that they were newly formed, and big ups to OpTic Gaming for playing against those AnM teams. And you know, there's been a lot of fallout against AnM players lately on Twitter, and I can't say that I agree with anything that was said. It was a little bit ridiculous at some of the comments being thrown around by a lot of pro players, and quite honestly, really hurt their brand and their following and everything like that. I know a lot of people were kind of upset about it because, you know, pro players don't follow other pro players. It's, you know, the fans and the AnM players that do. So that's my 2 cents on that topic. But what are we doing today? Well, you know, I figure, you know, I haven't dropped a regular commentary in a bit. I want to fill you guys in, you know, let you guys know that I'm back on the grind, the YouTube grind. If you checked out Twitter last night, I was working on 4 vids all at once. It was a lot of work. It was difficult. The YouTube grind, get that YouTube money. No, I'm just kidding. I just had a lot of stuff to do, and I've been trying new things, new elements, to add more entertainment to the OpTic side of the competitive channel. And that's kind of my main focus lately. The OpTic guys, and, you know, Hex in particular, really want to showcase their pro team, and they need somebody that's willing to put in work and put in time into the videos to make sure that happens. And, you know, I can't say enough good things about the OpTic network and everything like that, but, you know, yet again, this doesn't mean that I'm not working for Quantic either. I just talked to Aches last night. We're going to be doing some Quantic leverage footage here pretty quick too, as they are a very, very dominant team right now. I managed to sit in with some scrims against OpTic Gaming, Quantic leverage, and it was really close, but leverage pretty much took the cake every single game. I think 9 straight games. So they were on fire tonight, or I guess last night, and they were doing really well. They were holding spots. JCap was slaying like a monster, and I think that was a really good pickup by Aches there. So there's lots of teams right now that, you know, really surprised me. There was a post on the GB forums asking me who you think is the #1 team right now in the scene, the pro scene. And I think the 2 people are tied for first place is, once again, Quantic Leverage and OpTic Gaming. So, you know, pretty close matchup so far. A lot of people are still just watching scrims. So that just goes to show you, you know, OpTic Gaming has Rambo pretty much showcasing his team with 500 consistent viewers every single night, and that's really amazing to have that kind of a following. And Big Timer here gets juked pretty hard. He goes upstairs, he goes back down, he goes upstairs, he goes back down. Pretty crazy stuff. So I'm going to get to some questions here. Let me bring up my little piece of paper. These are questions regarding... Okay, so the 2012 season. Doc, do you foresee MLG headed towards Canada this year, as you've seen MLG Sundance is visiting Canada right now? Question is, I don't know what I can say here. I think he's probably going to set up an event in Toronto, which I think will be absolutely amazing. You know, when's the last time they've been to Canada? It was like when Gears 1 was still on the circuit, and that was like 2006 or 7, I think they were in Toronto. So that was a long-ass time ago. It's about time we got some people, or got some gaming up in Canada, got the MLG scene back here. I think, well, this is not confirmed, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I see this, but this could be very good for publicity, as you know, there's a lot of Canadians that just don't have the funds to cross the border, and there's a lot of Canadians that play this game, so we could have a big turnout in Toronto. And it's a huge metropolitan area. I think the GTA is our second largest city, at like 5 million people or so. So it's pretty big for us Canadians. Lots of igloos kind of jammed into one spot. Yeah. It's kind of good. So, second question. Holly Doc, do you enjoy just sitting in on team scrims watching these pro plays? Does it give you an advantage on your commentating experience having more upfront and close interaction with pro teams? Yes, 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 and yes. And I really have to thank, what's this guy's? I'll read out his Twitter name later. Or I'll put it in the bottom. But that's a really good question and observation. And right here I screw up hardcore on the video. I spawned in. I wanted to get some action. I got a little antsy. It couldn't sit behind the sticks anymore. And I'm trying to figure out why am I not watching anybody? Why can't I? What did I do? But once you choose team, you have to go to spectator and then switch players, go back to the team, and there you go. So back on the team. I think this opportunity that's been given to me is amazing. It's going to allow me to really see how teams are developing throughout the entire year. Like, you know, Black Ops, let's be quite honest. I did not play the game nearly enough to be 100% on top of my game. I didn't. I really wish I could have, just circumstances didn't allow me to do so. There was a couple months where I was out of internet because I moved, and the network just wasn't helping me out. There was another month right before Orlando where I didn't have power for 3 weeks. So I was really falling behind on the knowledge base that I really needed to maintain the highest excellence of commentary for you guys out there. But that should be all behind us. Right now, with my, constant being involved with OpTic, I'm able to see these pro teams and how they're playing, their relationships with each other, who's kind of bickering at who doesn't want to play who, and I get privy to conversations with OpTic, where they're talking about other teams, hey, we're worried about this team, we're worried about that team, those guys are really good, we need to step it up, we need to try something else, this isn't working, let's do 3 SMGs, let's try 1 ACR, or let's try 3 ACRs and 1 SMG, and just really be able to get inside the thinking of a pro team is amazing. And they're interacting with all these other pro teams and AM teams, so I get to see so many players, so many teams. It's so much fun. But you know what the biggest problem for me is when I'm doing this and doing the recording and stuff is I love this game, or I love the competitive game so much. I want to play so damn bad. After I do like a 4-hour recording session with these guys, I'm like shaking in my chair. I'm like, I need to kill some people right now, and I try to get in a team scrim, trying to doing whatever I can to start playing, because I'm just, I'm so excited. Well, not excited, but I don't know how to explain it. I just want to play so bad after I get out of these team scrims with OpTic. So that's me. That's Holiday Doc. So I'm sure you guys want to know about my recent tweets where I've been posting. I say, hey, I need players for a full-time team. The rumor is true. I am starting a team. No, we're not going to go pro. No, we're not going to compete at MLG events. But I have to play this game at a competitive level. I literally feel like in pubs right now, and I don't mean to offend any pub players out there. I know it's fun for some people. It's just not fun for me. But when I go into a pub room, I feel like grabbing a gallon of gasoline, pouring it down my throat, and setting myself on fire from the inside, because it's just so frustrating to have a game where there's just so many things that just irk me, and I get a little frustrated, and it goes up and down. Sometimes I get okay with pubs. I'm like, yeah, let's go pub time, let's go rape face, get some high kills on the board and post a video on Respawn or whatever. That's for some people, it's not for me. Competitive though, I could post every single competitive scrim I play. Like, I do terrible sometimes, I admit that. I get rusty, and for me to be really good at a game, I have to consistently play, and since I haven't had a team to consistently play with, I find myself sitting in front of my TV screen and just pondering at, what am I going to do? Because I don't have a team, I don't want to play pickups, I want to play with a team against other teams. It's so much more fun, it's more exciting, and hopefully you get to that end point where you're better at the game, which is something I want to be better at. I can't consistently produce good competitive content for you unless I'm playing at a better level than I already am. So that takes more playing and more consistent playing. So hopefully I'll be able to find a team here in the next couple days that will pick me up, put me on their shoulders or in their backpack, get into the mochila, and we'll have some fun. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Holiday Doc, and I'm out of here.